Hey guys, this is Valentina Palladino from Ars Technica, and today I'm here with the new Huawei Matebook. So Huawei is generally known for its smartphones, but now the company has come out with their first true two-in-one. It's a combination hybrid tablet and a laptop. So the device itself is just this very thin laptop. There are optional accessories for the keyboard case, and you have this right here, which is the Mate dock, and inside here is a Mate pen. So it really is like this whole big suite of things that you can use to make this tablet more efficient and even turn it into kind of a laptop replacement. I have my reservations about it being a full laptop replacement. So let's take a look at the Matebook when it's not an actual book. So we're going to take it off of the keyboard dock, just like that. And it has, a pretty standard design in terms of how it connects to the keyboard. You have these little magnetic nodes here and one here on the keyboard case. But the tablet itself is pretty nice. It has a metal unibody design, and it comes in, I believe, silver and gold. It's pretty nice. It's very similar to, I'd say, like an Apple iPad Air, an iPad Air 2, but I don't feel like I'm holding like a clone of that. So that is a good thing. It feels a little bit different than that. It's also slightly heavier than an iPad Air 2. It's 1.5 pounds, whereas the iPad Air 2 is just about a pound. But on the sides, it's pretty clean. All it has is the power button on the top here, a headphone jack over here. Then you have one USB Type-C port on the side here, and then you have volume rockers. And one of the cool things about this is that it has a vertical fingerprint scanner. So I set it up with my fingerprint, so whenever I want to unlock the tablet, whether or not it's on the keyboard dock or not, I can just put my index finger here and it'll unlock it immediately. It's a little bit more discreet. So there are no actual physical buttons on this except for the volume rocker and the power button. And if you look at the keyboard case, Huawei really did its due diligence to try to make this a very fashionable tablet hybrid, if you want to call it that. So it has this faux leather keyboard case, but when you want to attach it, you just put it on the top here, and then you can fold it like this to lean it up as a laptop. Now, since I'm on a table, it's pretty sturdy. I never really had a problem with this in laptop mode when it's on a hard surface like a table. But when I was, putting it on my lap, if I wanted to work on the couch and just lounge around with it, it did fall over a couple times. You can kind of see. So it only has two angles of view, and it all depends on where you put this flap. So you can have it flush with the bottom like this, or you can move it up a little bit and it'll go down. Like that'll be your kind of lower viewing angle. If you move it a little bit, it'll fall, And that was me just kind of like pushing it. So you can imagine when I'm on my couch just sitting around, see, like this will just fall down like this. I was kind of disappointed with that, but that's like most other hybrids if they have, a flimsy keyboard case. The one keyboard setup that I did like better than this was the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 hybrid. It has a metal kickstand in the back that's built in to the tablet, so that does make it a little bit better. So in total, the Matebook has 3 optional accessories. One is the keyboard case, and the other 2 are the Mate pen and the Mate dock. So let's talk about the Mate dock first. So this comes like this. Whatever kind of keyboard case you can get the same, kind of covered Mate dock. It basically adds more connectivity to the tablet because as it stands, the tablet only has one USB Type-C port. So that can be pretty limiting if you really want to use this as a laptop replacement. So you will want this, the Mate dock, if you really want this as a laptop or a second laptop. So if you look here, it'll have this little connector for the USB Type-C ports. You just plug that in when you want to plug the Mate dock in and use it. And then you have 2 USB ports here, an Ethernet port. And on the other side, you have VGA port and HDMI. And then you have the Mate pen. It's just, kind of a regular stylus. It does have an eraser tool, which we'll show you in a second. And this back button here is also a laser pointer. If you are giving a presentation using the Matebook, you can kind of use the stylus as a laser pointer to point things out on your presentation as well. If you want to go here and use the Mate pen, you can just write as you would with any stylus. It does work pretty well in my experience. And if you want to use the eraser, you just kind of press this button and you can go see, and it'll just cross things out and erase everything. The ThinkPad X1 stylus does not have an eraser tool, so this is really nice to kind of get rid of any mistakes. So this is a 12-inch 2160 by 1440 display. So it's a little bit better than HD. One cool thing about the Matebook is that all of the US sold Matebooks are going to have Windows 10 signature on them, meaning there's no bloatware from Huawei, no other bloatware that you might find in some other tablets or hybrids, which is really cool because that means you just kind of don't even have to deal with either deleting those apps or programs. They're just not on here to begin with. And also in theory that should make Windows 10 work a little bit better and a little bit faster. And it starts at $699, and that will get you an Intel Core M processor. The base model of the Huawei Matebook starts at $699. Our model is one step above that, so this comes with an Intel Core M5 processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of storage. The one that we reviewed costs $849. So that's on the expensive side for what is really a tablet that could be used as a laptop. Into the accessory prices, the keyboard case is $129 by itself. The dock, the Mate dock, is $89, and the Mate pen is $59. So at minimum, you're going to be spending $699 just to get the tablet. As we've seen on some other devices like Microsoft Surface line, the keyboard doesn't always come with the actual tablet. On the flip side, Samsung's Tab S Pro does include the keyboard in its price. So they're all around the same price, but I think for what you get with the Matebook, I would prefer to at least have the keyboard wrapped into the base model price. In my experience, using this tablet hybrid is best as a tablet because in our benchmarks, the performance weren't really up to par as most other laptops. While you could do a day's work on this, you might find that it's a little bit on the slower side. So I don't think that this would be a complete laptop replacement, but if you have the money that you want to spend on a second device you can just kind of throw in your bag and it'll look really nice when you're carrying it around with you, this is a pretty good option.